contending teams. Is this something you kind of embrace, facing a team that's kind of on the brink there and maybe trying to make life difficult for them?
Yeah, I think that, you definitely want to go out there and kind of ruin a team's chance at, going to the playoffs. I think that's, with us being eliminated already, I think that's our kind of only goal is to be able to, try and make it so we can play good baseball and maybe try, get some other teams out of it. I think that's just kind of the mentality we have. We want to go out there, we want to win, and, I think we're doing a great job of that. Obviously, we're playing a lot of great, postseason-esque baseball teams, and I think that these guys, it's late in the season. We have 5 games left now. Everybody's, obviously starting to get a little bit tired in September, and everybody's battling through it and getting work in and going out there with a great mentality to go out there and win baseball games.
Coach just mentioned your strike zone discipline is something that you've seen kind of gradually improve over the year. Do you feel like that's been a big part of your game maybe this year, that you've improved on just the selection of pitches that you've seen as the year has gone on?
Yeah, I think that kind of the most important part for me was definitely in hitters counts, really being selective on pitches that I know I can do damage on. I know that center field and right field is not a home run part of the park for me. I know that's my lane. I know my strength and I know my weaknesses, and being able to be in a hitter's count, really look for pitch I can do damage on versus pitch that Kurtz or Rooker or Lincoln Leaders can do damage on. It's just I just gotta stay in my lane and be able to really be picky on those pitches, and then with 2 strikes, try to battle off the close ones and wait until they leave the zone a little bit bigger. And been definitely a work in progress.
How important is to you competing and probably getting the hitting title?
Yeah, I feel like I've been trailing that guy all year. It's something which, it's definitely an honor, to be able to be, in the same category as him, and with the year he's had and the career that he's put together for himself. And, it's awesome just to be able to compete with him. And obviously, still a couple points behind him, but, just going out there every day, having fun, playing, baseball with these guys for, the last time this season. And, like I said, just having fun, not really thinking too much about it, just keep playing baseball.
How would you describe your confidence level compared to 12 months ago?
Yeah, I think that, when I first got here last year, it was, just trying to get the feet wet a little bit in Major League Baseball and just getting that kind of taste of, being up here with, obviously, the stadium, the different atmospheres, and obviously, the talent up here is nothing that you've ever seen before. So just be able to, learn from that last year and going into that offseason knowing, what I need to improve on, what I need to work on, and get with the strength coaches here and talking to the training coaches and really prepare myself to go into spring training and obviously the year.
Would you say the year has gone, expectations-wise, I can't imagine you went into the season for that title. How do you sort of reflect on what you've accomplished?
Yeah, there's a lot of people to thank along the process. It's definitely not something that, you go into alone. There's so many, teammates that I have, coaches, family members that, I want to keep me, grounded and focused on my goals. And, I think the main person is obviously my dad. Really just being able to, call him every night and, being able to have someone in your corner that has been in your position, plenty of times with him for a long time, just being able to have those conversations on the people that I need to work on every day and just make those adjustments. And, he's definitely kind of made that.
You started at the bottom of the 8th inning, which was a textbook inning of execution. Just speak to the situational hitting that everybody came through with, including yourself.
Yeah, I think, lead off the inning, be able to draw the walk to get on base, and then Lawrence Miller does a beautiful piece of hitting in the left center, and it's kind of line drive, so I kind of had to freeze, and then obviously it was first and second. Darryl comes up, puts a bunt down, and next thing out, second and third, sac fly, we get an insurance run on the board. I think that's the type of baseball that we're starting to play, and I think that's the type of baseball that will get us to the postseason next year. I think that right there is just the perfect inning that you can ask from your team and your teammates, and we play baseball like that, we're going to be a really, really good team in the future.
Awesome. Thanks, Jacob.
Appreciate it.